for tuning in today. I am Greta Anderson of Dr. Greta Golf. So excited to have you here today. We are going to get started on our discussion about certified golf ball fitting. But first, if you would do me the kind favor of subscribing by hitting the red button below if you've not already done so previously. And on top of that, if you could ring the bell so that you are notified when we post new videos here on a regular basis. So we're going to get into our topic today. Certified golf ball fitting, is it right for you? So getting started here, it's important to understand exactly what is a certified golf ball fitting. Simply put, a certified golf ball fitting session is a session in which you are working with a professional, usually a golf teaching professional like myself, and we are going to walk you through the process of objectively identifying a couple of golf balls that most effectively complement your game as it currently exists and what you're trying to do. It's a painless process, but it's an important process that a lot of people just never really give consideration to, so we thought it'd be a good idea to talk about it a bit. Now, as I've mentioned before, I am a certified golf ball fitter and brand ambassador for Titleist brand golf balls. But again, the things that I'm talking about here are not necessarily brand specific, so relax, this isn't a sales job. The important thing to understand about a golf ball fitting is that it is designed to help you create opportunities to maximize your game, no matter where you are in your skills development at the time. It's the process of being systematic in seeing which balls complement your existing strokes, putting, so on and so forth. Now, with Titleist, we are really big on play from the green to the tee. So our fittings begin at the green. After all, we know that that is where, in many ways, the magic happens. From chipping and putting to coming out of the bunker to putting, we need those consistent and reliable bounces and hops for the ball, and so that's why we work from the green backwards, and I'm sure many other brands do this as well. But it is a very systematic process that we walk you through versus just kind of picking up a couple balls in the pro shop that look kind of good and going from there, to put it very simply. And there's an important thing to remember. While we identify a few balls that will work for your game in terms of your on-course performance at this time, this level where you're playing, we are always mindful of the fact that we live in the real world. And golf and golf balls and all that goes on with golf is not an inexpensive proposition. So don't worry about your fitter prescribing 2 or 3 balls that are totally out of your budget. We are always mindful of the fact that options are important, and of course that's why the manufacturers provide so many good solid options today. So now I've had a few people ask me this one. Well, Greta, why can't I just fit myself? I mean, if you're just going out there with a couple of balls and I'm going to kind of hit putt with them and chip with them and then maybe get out in the fairway and hit a few in, why do I need to, frankly pay someone to stand there while I do that? And there are a couple of reasons why I ask people to at least give consideration to making that investment in a golf ball fitting. The primary reason is that we are not objective when we're looking at things for ourselves. And we are unduly influenced by many things. I mean, marketing is a powerful tool. So it can be something as cool as the box or the sleeve of a few balls that you saw that all of a sudden you like the ball. It can be a ball that, a friend or a buddy mentioned that they played a great round with and shot lower than they've ever shot. And all of a sudden that one's entered your consideration set without real evidence. And so that's the important thing here. We want to find something that works well for you objectively and not just based on advertising or marketing or other unrealistic influences in terms of affecting your game. So that's the big one. And number 2 is that we know what the product is designed to do, and we know and can see if it's helping you to get more of that desired effect. in an unbiased fashion. You may be bound and determined to find the right ball, but for whatever reason, your personal A/B testing, if you were just out on the course doing this on your own, I'll pull out for the odd holes, I'll play 9 holes, and for the odd holes, I'll pull out ball A, and for the even holes, I'll pull out ball B. It just never works that way. You know which ball you're playing with, and as such, your biases come into play. So that is why it really does matter, because a lot of times you will have no idea what ball you're playing with until we advise you otherwise. And that's the beauty of it. You want to find the product that's going to work with you beyond emotion and beyond marketing. So that's why it's a good investment to consider. Here's another one that I hear often. Well, Greta, I'm a beginner, or I've been playing a long time, but I'm just not good enough to worry about which ball I'm playing with. I play with the balls as I find them along the way between the water hazards and the rough, and I play with whatever's at the bottom of my bag. I am not here to criticize anyone. I am happy that you're out playing golf and enjoying yourself at the great game that we all love so much. But that type of pattern conflicts oftentimes with people's desires to become more consistent golfers, to have some measure of predictability in their shots, in the spin of their shots, the lack of spin, and then just overall ability to control. Let's think of it this way. I've mentioned this in many videos, and I always drive this home on my lesson tee with my clients. The golf ball is the only piece of equipment that you use on every single shot when you're playing golf. So the golf ball really does matter for a lot of reasons. So it can be an afterthought, and for many of us, and we think, oh, it really won't matter. Golf balls do have some very similar characteristics, but they can play very differently. So I would implore you to just give consideration to the idea of creating consistency, eliminating the variability in one factor in your game, and that could be to play with the same golf balls, play and practice with the same golf ball for 60 to 90 days. You'll be amazed at how things will begin to level out in some of your scoring, and particularly your short game shots. And identifying the right ball to play with during those 60 to 90 days can happen during a golf ball fitting. So just something to think about. So I hope I've given you some insights on what a certified golf ball fitting is all about, and whether or not it may be valuable to you, of value to you, and maybe right now, but maybe somewhere down the road. But it's important to kind of know things, and that's what we're about here at Dr. Greta Golf, giving you information so that you can get ready for a lifetime of great golf. So with that said, we're going to sign off, but before we do that, if you haven't already done so, please do hit the red button below to become a subscriber to our channel here, and then ring the bell so that you are notified every time we post new videos here. In the meantime, keep swinging. I wish you well, and see you soon. Bye-bye.